there, it's Pam Carr from Caraway Crochet, and I'm going to share a new pattern with you today. It's for the Maisy messy bun hat. This is what it looks like. I've been busy making them in all the colors because I have a Christmas market coming up. But they'd be just great as gifts. So they're a messy bun hat, so there's a hole at the top where their messy bun or a ponytail can come through. And they're like my chunky beanies in that the bottom has 3 rows of back loop only single crochet. Anyway, join me in this tutorial and I'll be showing you what you're going to need and how to do it. A Maisy messy bun hat. So here's what we need, our supplies for making a Maisy messy bun hat. We need some, I like to use a super bulky Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick. That's my favorite for these hats because it's 20% wool, 80% acrylic, and it's really soft and squishy, and it keeps you nice and warm, but you can hand wash it, and it doesn't felt on you. Okay, so this is oatmeal. There's so many beautiful colors. The ones I showed you earlier, I've made out of a harvest, out of the this burgundy color, the marble gray. You can make them any color you like. I even made a mustard one. So yeah, they're a popular one for the farmers markets and Christmas time gift giving. So anyway, I've got a Q hook. It's a 15mm Q hook, nice and big. I've got a yarn needle and I've got scissors. So that's all you're going to need to make this Maisy messy bun hat. So to start it, I'm going to make a slip knot. I wrap it around my finger twice. I go over and then I go over again, and that's where I put my hook in and pull it tight. So that's a slip knot. And now to start this, we are going to chain 16, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm going to run my finger down the V's. You can see all those nice little V's right to the end. And then I'm going to go into the first chain with my hook, put the yarn over the hook, come on, and I'm going to pull it through and pull it through, and that is a slip stitch, okay? Now we've got this little ring, so I'm going to chain 2. This is to make our first round, okay? Chain 2, and then into this ring I'm going to double crochet 20, okay? So yarn over, put it into the ring, yarn over when you're the other side and pull it through around the ring and make a double crochet. Right, now yarn over and put it through the ring again, and when you're out the other side, put the yarn over the hook and pull that through, so you're working around that ring. Yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. There we have 2 single crochets. We've got the chain 2, and then we've got 2 single crochets, okay? So let's make one more. We put the yarn over, we feed our hook right into the ring, come out the other side, put the yarn over the hook and pull it up, yarn over to finish our double crochet through 2, through 2, okay? So we are going to make 20 into here, okay? So here's another one. And we're just going to keep working into this ring until we've got the chain 2, which we don't count as a stitch, and 20 actual double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end. So once you've done your 20, then what we're going to do is we're going to hold our hook there and go around. I'll put it down here and go around, making sure that we've got all our, this one is going to go at the bottom, the slip knot yarn. And if you look at this now, as I've got it laid out, this is what we want it to look like with all of the, where the chains were, this is where the chains went, and this is the top of the double crochet row that we've just done, and you can see that the hook is right there. So we are going to hold this, and we are going to take the top of the chain 2, which is there. We're going to take our yarn, I can hold it there, and then we're going to pop the hook into the top of the chain 2, which is right here. Yarn over, pull it through and through again, another slip stitch, and now we have created the top of our messy bun hat. This is the area that the ponytail or the messy bun is going to go into. So that's 20 double crochets made onto our chain of 18, okay? 16. Okay, up 2, chain 2, and here we go. So this is our increasing round. The only round that we're going to be doing that. So we're going to make 2 double crochet into the first stitch. That's an increase there. 2 double crochet into the same stitch, okay? And now we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches, because we only want to add another 4 stitches to this round. Okay, so 1, 2 there. Now we're going to go into the next one and into the next, which is number 2. And then into the next stitch for number 3. And then into the next stitch for number 4. And we can check, we can look, there's a chain 2, there's the 2 double crochet into the first stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, 1 into each of the next 4 stitches. Now we're going to do 2 into the next stitch. This is another increase row, increase, okay, and we are going to double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, my stomach's growling, 3, and 4. And now we are going to repeat that. We're going to go 2 double crochets into the next one, 1 into that stitch, and 2 into the same stitch. Okay, and now we're going to make a double crochet into each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now we are going to make 2 double crochet into the next one. And we are going to double crochet into each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go right into that last little stitch there before the chain 2. Okay, and we are going to slip stitch it. I like to go right into the top of that first double crochet. Okay, there we go, and we chain 2. So now you should have 24 in this second round. Okay, so let's count them. There's the 2 double crochets into the first one. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And this is our chain 2, which we don't count, right? So I've chained 2 to go up to do round 3. And this one is literally just double crochet into each of the 24 stitches that we have from round 2. Okay, so we're going to go double crochet into each of these 24 stitches, and I'll meet you round at the end. Okay, so here we are, and I've just counted my stitches, and I have 23. So for number 24, you can go and make that right into this final little space here. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch and chain 2. And this is what your Maisy hat is starting to look like. We've got the opening at the top, we've got the increased row, and then this is a row with the 24. So this is 1, 2, 3 rows. We need to make row 4 and row 5. That's 2 more rows, just double crocheting into every stitch around, slip stitching into the top of the previous stitch, chain 2, single crochet, double crochet all the way around, slip stitch into the top of your double crochet. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end when we've got 5 rounds. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we want 2 more rounds where you just chain 2, double crochet into every stitch. So you have 24 stitches, and then join with a slip stitch to the top of either the chain 1 or the first double crochet. That's up to you. Okay, so here we are at the end of the 5th round. You can count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we take our hook and we join it into the top of the double crochet, and we're going to chain 1. And this has got a brim that looks like this. And this is created by doing back loop only single crochets for 3 rounds. Okay, so we're going to start off with our first round with chain 1, and then we're going to go into the back loop only. So if you look, you'll see there's a front and a back to this. So we're going to go into the back, yarn over and pull it up, yarn over and pull it through the 2. That's a single crochet. Okay, so we're going to look at the second stitch. There it is. We're going to go into the back, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through 2. Look at the next one. It's always better if you sort of look at it from the top. You go into the back, not through the both, but into the back, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through 2. And we're going to go all the way around, going into the back loop only and doing a single crochet. Remember, when you do a single crochet, you don't put your yarn over before you go into the stitch. You go straight into the back and then wrap your yarn over and pull it up, and then you go through 2. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. So here we are. I've just done the final back loop only, and we've come to, you can see where the new row is starting here. It sort of goes up, right? I've counted 24 around. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to slip stitch into the beginning of that round, chain 1, and once again we're going to go into that first stitch, back loop only. I'll do 2 or 3, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet. And you can see, I'll turn it around because this is the way we want it to look when we're doing it. But you can see how it's starting to have those nice designated lines. So we're going to go all the way around here, back loop, single crochet, until we get to the end, and then join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 1, or you can do into the first stitch of the next row. It makes it a bit tighter if you go into the next stitch sometimes. It depends on how tight you want your hat to be around your head. Okay, then you're going to chain one up and do another row of back loop only, because we want 3. So this is one, this is our second, and we want a third one. So finish this second round, join with a slip stitch, chain one, and do a third round, okay, of back loop single crochet only. So here I am at the end of the third round of back loop only single crochet, okay, and so I'm now where the chain one was from the last row, and I'm just going to go into that and do a slip stitch. Okay, now I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to leave myself a nice long string because I like to have that to weave the ends in. Not good to have too short of a space, and pull it off. And then this is what your hat looks like, okay? All right, so I'm going to start weaving in the ends. So this is the top, this is where we started our chain. So I'm going to put my yarn needle, and you can see where the chain is running through that first row of stitches. So I'm just going to go through that chain, and then I might go down one of these double crochets rather, and then I can go back up. And then I might go back into the chain. There we go. Cut that off. And then we've got our other end, the bottom. And these fit really nice. People just love them. So what I like to do at this, where this is finished off here, I like to just kind of go down and up through those stitches. It sort of just pulls that in so it looks more like a regular stitch. And then you can go into those single crochets. And that off. And now we have our hat. So I just moved my camera up so you can see the full hat. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds of double crochet, and then let's turn it this way, because that way you can see there's a bit of a seam there, right? But this way, this is the front, and we got 1, 2, 3 rows where the single crochet into the back loop only makes it look so nice, and it also makes it cling really nicely when it's on your head. So I hope you enjoy this. I've called it the Maisy Messy Bun Hat, and it's got a nice wide opening. If you want to make it narrower, you can chain less at the beginning, but you're going to have to fit your 20 stitches in a smaller space. Anyway, there's always room to adapt it, but I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Pam Carr from Caraway Crochet. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so that you get notifications. And thank you very much for joining me, and happy crocheting.